What is going on, everyone? This is NinjaGeek239 here, bringing you another Call of Duty Ghosts gameplay using the Remington R5 with a silencer and VMR. That's a weird setup. Well, actually, it's a good setup if you want to take a little moment to see my classes when I put them on the screen here. This is going to be a little Call of Duty Ghosts best class setup, and here we are using the Remington R5 with a VMR and silencer. Like I mentioned before, I ended up getting the gold camo on this a while ago, so I just have the gold camo on. It's the only gun that I have gold for, and this particular match I do well in a kill confirmed game where everyone's just sniping, and I hope you enjoy this game. It's not one of my better score games, but we ended up, I think we won the game, if I'm not mistaken. I should have watched it before, but it was a good game. I did have kind of a good score with this against snipers, no less. So anyway, let's get started with the best class setup. So here we do have what my assault rifle class is normally. No matter what gun it is, I use AK-12, Remington, whatever it is. Most people say, oh, use quick draw, use stalker. Well, it's good in some cases. Like the AK-12 aims in way too slow. I may switch it up and put quick draw on that if I was using that. But the Remington R5 doesn't really need the quick draw. And when I use stalker, I feel like my aim is all off. So I just take both of those off. And as you can see here, we are using dead silence. Now, I use a headset, so dead silence is really helpful. I hate hearing my own footsteps. I hate when other people hear my footsteps and then they could come up and kill me. So some people are like, oh, amplify is better. Well, amplify is good, but I could pretty much already hear the enemy footsteps pretty well, so I don't really need amplify. I prefer dead silence over amplify, but you could probably switch that out if you are a sound horror and you just like to use amplify. Go right ahead and use amplify if you want to. Now, the next perk that we are going to be using is ready up. We aren't using quick draw, so we want to be able to get the edge over the other teammate or other enemies. We want to be able to kill them as fast as we can, and since we're not using quick draw, we need something else to help us do that. So if we're running, we need to pull up our gun faster, and that'll help us do that. Next is a really good perk. I suggest that all of you use it. I suggest that you use everything in this game from this video, but use Marathon. Marathon is a must-use perk on basically all of my classes. Marathon, I love Unlimited Sprint. Back in Black Ops 1, when they had Marathon, or Marathon Pro, I should say, because that's how you get Unlimited Sprint. It was just so good. You could run and run and run and never stop. I love that aspect. You know, what's it called in the newer games? It's, I forget. But you get a limited sprint. I never use limited sprint because it's just a waste of a perk. Why not just unlimited sprint, full unlimited sprint? You get to run around the map. It just makes the gameplay a whole lot nicer instead of running, walking, running, walking, especially in this game. So Marathon is a perk that you want to use. Now, since you are not going to be having quick draw, I would suggest running Focus. Again, Focus is a really good perk. It makes it so that your idle sway isn't a lot. Now, with assault rifles, it normally isn't a lot, but it keeps your aim on target, basically. So if you're being shot at, you'll have less flinch when you're shooting back at other enemies, which is a really huge advantage if you're not using quick draw. And you're saying, well, why don't you just use quick draw? Well, the thing about quick draw is it's a 3-point perk, and who wants to waste it on just aiming in faster? So quick draw, I guess you could use it in some cases, like maybe, okay, a sniper class, you would use quick draw because you want to be able to get the edge over other people who are probably shooting at you with other full auto guns, and you want to get the edge over them. But in this class here, we're not going to be using quick draw, and I would recommend it with this gun with this attachment. And the next perk that we're going to be going over is fully loaded. There's a difference between scavenger and fully loaded. Scavenger basically starts you off with just regular ammo. I don't think that it starts you off with full ammo, because then there would be no need for fully loaded. But Scavenger starts you off with just regular ammo, and as you go along on your streak, you get to pick up other scavenger packs which give you more ammo. Now, fully loaded basically starts you off with all the ammo you're going to need, full ammo towards it. So which one do I like better? I prefer fully loaded. You could switch it out for scavenger if you're that kind of person, but fully loaded is for me, and I'll explain why. Because scavenger, you need to go out and find the ammo. Let's say you're running really low on ammo, and you can't find anyone to kill and you're on this like high streak, what do? Well, with fully loaded, you're starting out with all the ammo you're basically going to need, and if you need to, you could also pick up another gun. And I'm going to get into the support class that I'm running here in a second, which is another reason why I don't really need scavenger, and I would choose fully loaded, because fully loaded, you're always going to have enough ammo for whatever streak that you're on. Even if you do die or whatever, you're going to have enough ammo for it, which is always a really good benefit over what you're trying to do. So like I said, you could switch it out for scavenger if you wanted to, but I suggest fully loaded. The next perk and final perk that we're going to be using is sitrep, I say. Now, here's why. Some people are like, oh, well, sitrep is just a waste of a perk. Why not use, like, hardline or something? Well, if you really don't need to use sitrep, I guess you could take sitrep off. But for me, sitrep is a must run, and I have to tell you why. And we all know it. It's just a fate that there are just so many crap on the ground, so much crap, like IEDs, IMSs, like all that stuff. I mean, maybe, and all other things too, like sentry guns. Like, sitrep is just an amazing perk in this game, and if you don't really see that, I don't know why, because sitrep allows you to see all enemy equipment shining bright. I mean, if you're going up against a whole team full of IED users, sitrep is going to be the perk to go. And even sitrep helps see their SATCOMs, see their sentry guns, and all that. It's a really good perk, and I would suggest using it. I would highly suggest using all of these perks within this class. Now, here we're going to get into the support strike package and why I think you should use the support strike package. I mean, if you're not a big support fan, maybe you could switch this out, but here's my thinking. So, you're going to run the SATCOM. The SATCOM is just SATCOM was basically the only one that I would say that you could take off of the class if you wanted to run something else from the support class. But the SATCOM overall helps with your team and helps see other enemies around the map. So the SATCOM is good because you really don't want a higher streak than the ballistic vests, and because you want to keep cycling through them. After you get the SATCOM, you're going to want to get the ammo crate. Oh, well, I don't need another weapon. I thought you said that we could use the Remington R5. Well, the ammo crate gives you extra ammo, and it also gives you points when other people like to pick up the guns in there. So it'll help you rank up just a tad faster, and it's a streak that is actually pretty useful. The next one we are going to be running is obviously the ballistic vest, because we don't have quick draw. We're going to need all the health that we can get from it. So ballistic vest really helps out a lot, winning gunfights and overall just playing the game very good. So with this strike package, this class setup is just amazing. I mean, and also with the use of this gun with the VMR sight. If you have not tried the Remington R5 yet, or the Remington R5 with this sight, I would really highly suggest it, because even though the sight is kind of bulky towards the side, I really like the sight circle-ish, and I really like how this sight plays out. And the nice thing about this sight is maybe there's someone really long range across the map and that you can't normally see with a red dot. You flip the sight back over for the 4x zoom and you can pick them off. So that's it for this class setup. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. There's going to be more Call of Duty Ghosts gameplay here on my channel, and I hope you like this gameplay, commentary, and I hope you could take this class, use it for yourself, and get good gameplays with it. I'm NinjaGeek239. I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to be starting to do live comms more, so maybe the next video will be a live comm, and then I have another GTA video that I want to share, hopefully when I could get the chance to do that. Probably, maybe either tomorrow, but I might do the live comm tomorrow. It all depends. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is NinjaGeek239. I'm out. Peace.